I am so ready to play this game. I've heard so much about this game, and I was watching Lyra play it, and it's definitely right up my alley too. So this is the first time we're booting the game because I'm a pro streamer. So we have to do the options really quick. I'm gonna turn all of the graphics. This doesn't seem like a super graphically intense game, so I'm just going to turn things up. I don't know if I like this game or Great Ace Attorney Chronicles more. Oh my god, yeah, I was watching Mojica play Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and it looks really fun. And Bun was streaming Ace Attorney as well. And I feel like those games are fun for me as well because I played AI Somnium Files earlier this year and had a lot of I had a good time with that, and I really need to play the sequel to that game. So I feel like that's another area of games that I really want to get into if I have time. Because my focus for next year is definitely going to be more tactics focused with Armored Core and action games like Armored Core. Wait, did I say Armored Core twice? I meant Front Mission and Armored Core. I don't know, I'm getting confused. But yeah, that's my focus for next year. And then in between, I can play games like Disco Elysium, Hades, and I guess it wouldn't really hurt to start like Great Ace Attorney Chronicles or anything. We get it, you're a space engineer, Stan. No! I try not to play simulation games on stream because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I tend to go for story-driven games like this. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's turn volume down a little bit. We'll keep the voices high. Shader quality, brilliant. Okay. Menu size, dialogue. Let's turn up dialogue text up. Because I'm an old man. I need my glasses to read. Oh wow, they actually have dyslexic font. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see, detective mode. Interactable objects and characters in the game are automatically highlighted with a border when the player character approaches them. Hardcore mode is existentially difficult. Checks are harder and healing items are more expensive. Choose your clothes and thoughts wisely. For your sweat and toil, tasks reward a small amount of extra XP. Ah. Streamer mode replaces certain copyrighted pieces of music with alternative tracks saved for streaming. Yes. Ooh, Twitch integration. Streamers can create polls so their viewers can influence gameplay. Viewers can vote for their favorite dialogue options and give temporary bonuses and penalties to the streamer's main attributes. They can also view the streamer's character sheet and journal at any time. I think for my first playthrough, I'm gonna leave Twitch integration off. But if I replay this game, which I will likely do, then we can do Twitch integration. Okay. Twitch integration doesn't force anything. Oh, interesting. Okay, it just shows shows you our opinion in stats form. Oh, okay, interesting. I'm gonna leave it off for now because I don't know exactly how it works. And then I'll turn it on next time if it seems like something that's value added. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? Archetype. Thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Um, that seems not good. Sensitive, very psychological. A magnetic personality, but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. What's motorics? How well you move your body. Oh, interesting. Physical, extremely physical. Interacts with the world through his body. Gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Oh no! Okay, and then I forgot the bonuses. So there's Encyclopedia, Inland Empire, which I don't know what that means, and then hand-eye coordination. I think I'm gonna actually make my own. I like making my own character in these. Oh, wow. Okay. These are pretty... Your senses and how agile you are. Your musculature and how strong you are. Sensitivity, how emotionally intelligent you are. Raw brain power, how smart you are. Okay, let's subtract. Oh, I could be a genius. What's your Myers-Briggs, by the way? So this is kind of interesting because when I was younger, I was a INTJ, which is introverted. What does the N stand for? Oh, it's part of introverted. So yeah, introverted. T is thinker, uh, and then J is judging, and then I recently took it this year, and I got INFJ, which is introverted, feeling, and judging. Which kind of makes sense because I've gotten more emotionally intelligent this year. That sounds like a really weird thing to say, but there's a good reason for that. Yeah, I used to be one of those like super nerdy kids that, like the typical engineering student where they think engineering is better than every other major because it means you're smart. I I wasn't one of those kids necessarily, but I definitely thought more highly of my intellect than I should have. Yeah, I used to actually be a huge pain in the ass, like when I was a kid, because I was like, I knew I was pretty smart as a kid, and because of that, I was like, oh, I don't need to try in school, so I wouldn't do any of my homework, and I almost actually failed out of high school. Like I almost didn't graduate high school, and yeah. And then as I got older, I got a little bit smarter about that. Like, oh, I actually have to like do my homework and try and like not fail out of school. Luckily, I wised up before I failed out of anything. Okay. So yeah, that's my Myers-Briggs test. And actually, if you're interested, you should take the 5-factor personality test because it's a little bit more I don't think accurate is the right word, but it's more it's like more scientifically validated compared to the Myers-Briggs test. It's not the Enneagram one. So the 5-factor test is it's very similar to the Myers-Briggs test, but it has a lot of medical research to kind of back up the results. Whereas the Myers-Briggs test is proprietary, so it's never been validated by like an outside uh like third party. Is it Ocean? No, I don't think it's Ocean either. Let me pull this up because I know there's a lot of personality tests out there, and not all of them are like good. Let's see, 5-factor personality test. Okay. Well, this new OBS is kind of interesting. If you switch on or off a source, it won't show it unless you do, because I'm using OBS Studio mode. But anyways, I think this is the one I took. Yeah, this is the open source one. So you'll notice as you take it, it's very similar to the Myers-Briggs test, and I suspect that the Myers-Briggs is based on the 5-factor test in a lot of ways, because a lot of the questions are similar. But when you take this test, you'll get a chart at the end, and it'll rank you in 5 dimensions, one of which is introversion and extroversion. So what I found out through this test is I'm actually 50-50 introverted and extroverted, which means I'm more introverted than I am extroverted, but if I spend all of the time by myself, then I would basically go crazy. Because I need like some social interaction in order to like be healthy. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. You should take it and share your results. You can send it to me on Twitter or something. Because I'm actually interested in what other people got as well. I don't know many people that have taken this test. But yeah, maybe we'll do this on stream one day, because I think it's really interesting. Okay. Back to the game. Can I pin this message? Oh, I can't do it through OBS. That's okay. Okay. I don't think we need to be that smart. We can be weak in emotional intelligence. That's okay. We're a detective, so that kind of fits. We need to be at least average in physique. Okay, what's our strength? Well, there's another page. It'll break the 4 up into 6 skills each. Okay, that's good to know. I really like the design of this game so far, by the way. Do we want to be smarter or do we want to be stronger? Actually, I'm a fan of agility characters, so let's do Motorix. And you can read details on each of them. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Oh, wow, there's actually a ton. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power. Deduce the world. Encyclopedia. Call upon all your knowledge. Produce fascinating trivia. Rhetoric. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. The details are under info on the upper right. Oh, wow. There's quite a bit of writing here. Okay. Let's just do the overview for now, just to get a sense of. Because if I spend the entire stream reading, it's gonna be another hour before we actually start the game. So, let's just do the overviews, and then for the skills I invest in, we'll read the whole thing. Drama. Play the actor. Lie and detect lies. Okay, that seems useful. Conceptualization. Understand creativity. See art in the world. Visual calculus. Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics work for the law. Wow. Seems interesting. Disco Elysium is one of my favorite books for real. Yeah, this is definitely like right up my alley. I played a ton of Baldur's Gate, which is also a book. And I played a ton of what's that game? Shadowrun? Shadowrun Returns. That's another. It's less of a book because there's a lot more tactics involved, but there's definitely a lot of like character dialogue, and I love that game. Okay, Volition, hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Inland Empire, hunches and gut feelings, dreams in waking life. Empathy, understand others. Work your mirror neurons. Authority, intimidate the public and assert yourself. Esprit de corps, connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Suggestion, charm men and women. Play the puppet master. Physique, take the blows. Don't let the world kill you. That seems important. Pain threshold, shrug off the pain. They'll have to hurt you more. Physical instrument, flex powerful muscles. Enjoy healthy organs. Electrochemistry, go to party planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Raise, what is this? Shivers. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune in to the city. Half-light. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Hand-eye coordination. Ray, aim, fire. Perception. See, hear, and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. Reaction speed. The quickest to react. An untouchable man. Savoir faire. Sneak under their noses. Stun with immense panache. Interfacing. Master machines. Pick locks and pockets. Composure. Straighten your back. Keep your poker face. Okay. That's all pretty interesting. I definitely tend to play agility characters with high speechcraft. So maybe we'll do something similar here. Set signature. Click to mark the selected skill as signature. Okay. How do I retract? Oh, you can only set one as your signature skill. Interesting. It says signature, but I'm pretty sure it just starts you with leveling one of them up to start with. Oh, interesting. Okay. Huh. Okay, and if I set something as my signature, it seems to give an extra point potential, as if I had put in a main stat point into it. The numbers to the far left tell how much each of those stats are and how many times you're allowed to level up for the rest of the game. Okay, yeah. So if I set like a psyche skill, then it basically makes up for the weakness. So your psyche skills start at 2 and you can max out at 4 unless you get stuff that changes them. Okay, makes sense. Okay. Well, I'm more inclined to invest in my strengths rather than to make up for my weaknesses, so I think I'm gonna set something in motorics as my signature. So do I want to play a sneaking character? I play that kind of character in Skyrim / Morrowind. Like pretty much all the time. However, I also really like the intellect skills too. I think rhetoric is probably my favorite out of these. Rhetoric, drama, and visual calculus are really appealing to me. Because if I can reconstruct crime scenes, that seems really powerful. Let's see. Lie and detect lies. Reconstruct crime scenes. It's interesting that they made rhetoric and drama two different skills. I guess that makes sense because one is persuasion and then the other one is a detection skill. I love the portraits for these. Yeah, these are really well done. I really like the art direction of this game so far. Okay, I'm gonna pick rhetoric as my signature skill. And then on the next playthrough, maybe I'll do a different type of character. So this is like kind of my natural character. I tend to play agility characters with speechcraft skills. So go to the next thing. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Well, and let me know how the audio levels are because this is a whole new stream setup basically, and I had to like set up OBS for the first time. So let me know if my like mic is too loud. Let me know if the game is too loud or too soft or something like that.
Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
There, no ball of meat, no light in the formless nothing, just night swimming. I know you do, baby. I know. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right, nothing town to fuck all borough. Great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will. The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation.
Dude, the voice acting in this game. How familiar are you with French? I know a little bit of French history, but basically none of the French language.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Stop. I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Someone cut my head off! It's trying to murder the rest of me!
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Wow, this guy is a fucking disaster. The voice acting in this game is so inspirational. Yeah, you know, that reminds me, I was listening to a recent story about a voice actress. I'm kind of forgetting her name right now, but she does all of the narrations for various like storybooks, like audiobooks, and she is really good. And it was so inspirational to hear like how she does her craft. It's really interesting. I'm gonna have to look that up later. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Man, I need to take a bath. You see bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Oh, nice, I have a shirt.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
Lenville Brown. He voices each of the skills and environmental voices. Oh, wow, okay.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Inland Empire. Easy. Success. Abort. Interesting. I don't care.
Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Oh man, he's looking
Too late.
pretty rough.
You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I have no idea why it's there. It just is.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Why is the mirror calling me names?
You
No.
can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I'm insinuating that I am vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad, has-been kind of way. There is some charm to it.
There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Encyclopedia 3. Formidable. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place, somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Oh, rip. Electrochemistry. Impossible. 18. Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
It's too late. Like an image.
No,
on
I
film,
failed both my rolls.
The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Let the mirror be for now. Man, these are some pretty rough checks. Oh, there's my tie is hanging off the ceiling fan.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Savoir faire, medium, grab the tie. I like my chances, let's do it.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain.
No, I failed.
Comes over you. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving.
Oh, I hurt myself.
For quite a long time, still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. You know what you should do. You should stop the fan and then try again. It'll get easier. Do it if you want to die. The stabbing pain in your chest is telling you you're hanging by a thread here.
Okay, I can't do the same roll twice. Pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna turn the fan back on.
Because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
Oh god.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off.
Alright, let's look out the window.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend.
Oh.
Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go and get that shoe.
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Oh, cool. I gained experience from that. Alright. Empty cassette case. Lose 11 degrees centigrade rainfall. $0.40. Nice. Oh, 40 real, whatever that is. There's my other shoe. The best song? Dude, the music is pretty good too. Alright, let's talk to this person. The calendar says it's March. The year is 51.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Miss Orange Disco Dancer.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer? Am I military personnel?
No.
Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer, right?
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Okay, Chief Technical Officer?
No. You're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting me!
Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this
You've
time?
been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Oh my god, challenging role. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. Okay, let's not do that. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything
Could
else?
it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
I should
Of
get
course.
going.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Before you go, I have some questions for you.
Yes?
Where exactly is here? Where am I?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I
Oh,
can't
wait.
say about the rest of the city.
I asked, what is it that they have against the police? Where is it? Where is it exactly here?
You're in a hostel, sir.
No, where are we? Where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Sounds like Germany after World War II. Should that mean something to me?
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Tell me, is it 51 now?
It's 51.
What century?
The current century?
And what's that? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
How many centuries have there been then?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
What's so funny?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yep. We go on, all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in St. Sands.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Oh no. Then what
Then you
happened?
started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me. What did I
The
do?
window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Please tell me there wasn't anything else.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Alright, you can go now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Man, that was depressing. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe Le Monde. Oh no, there's gonna be a ton of French references in this game, isn't there? This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. More so the language than references. Ah. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. This game takes place in a long-running tabletop IP. Oh, dude, that's really interesting.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Ste Koarius Skua."
That's the Great Skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
I'm a cop and I talk to whomever I please.
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh my god, I did all of those things?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What I've been doing then? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
He looks down again and keeps plucking at the bird. Alright. This isn't going anywhere. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300." Inside you catch a glimpse of Union current paraphernalia. A strike poster, some red pennants. The bubbles by your head are proximity-based thoughts, by the way. Oh. A sign reads, "Mess hall reserved for Union members. Doors open at 1600." This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Check my briefcase. Find your other shoe. Okay, that's done.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. Alright.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello.
Shake his hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Conceptualization. Invent a name for yourself.
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Oh god. It's so cool, it's very cool, but won't I come off like a douche if I call myself that?
No, you won't. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name, and you're one classy cop. Say it.
No! I have to own my failed role.
Yes, well,
He doesn't even process what you just said, just moves on.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him? Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Let's get going then.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Tutorial agent. Oh, what's this? Nosafed. I'll take that. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna check my room just in case I missed it.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. The living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It wants smokes.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke
How
that.
very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Well, I'll think about it.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time.
Oh no, I'm addicted.
And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
No time to rest. Okay. Well, words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
I'm concerned about your resolutions for the new year.
The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor, where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe.
Wait, what exactly are you concerned about? I'm curious. I'm sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
He takes a step toward the door like he'd like to leave. I'll think about smoking. Well, but it gives massive bonuses. Is there a run button in this game? I don't think so. Huh. Okay. Oh, if I double click, then it runs. Interesting.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy, like from those ostentatious orchestration folks.
No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Well, this goes well with the theory I'm developing, that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
Oh my gosh.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
The lieutenant glances
You run this place.
into his little notebook.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Say nothing.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper and hands it to the lieutenant.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here.
Oh
From where?
my god.
Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective. It's
What?
your turn.
Oh, you mean questions?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cafeteria manager is clearly agitated again. Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Am I not a cop? Everything is my business.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
He opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Didn't go well?
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Everything has something to do with everything.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
I have another
The
question.
lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do you get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Oh, that's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Medium roll. Slip away unnoticed. Oh boy.
One moment you're running like the wind. Then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger. Furiously. With both hands. Wow.
Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both of my hands to flip him off? Why both?
Watch out!
No. Why did I take that roll?
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
This did not need to happen. I gave no such commands to my body.
Those are mysteries of the spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
The game tells you play as a cop or detective, but that's a lie. You play as a disaster. Well, I knew that from the beginning. Wow, there's more of you hidden? I'm so cool.
You are way cool. Cooler than the bottom of the sea. Too cool for this world. I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Are you okay?
Wow.
No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
I'm not very okay.
Ma'am, are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. He just tripped over my chair. Check on him.
He looks at you with concern.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place.
The man seems shaken by the incident.
The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
He's shaken. Barter now and he'll cave in.
I don't think I'm gonna push my luck. Cool.
Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
I got a 30 real discount for 1 health. That seems worth it. Dude, Kim has
Yes.
got to think I'm a fucking disaster. I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I really don't remember anything. There was drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
The bubbles by your head are clickable. Yeah, I've clicked on a couple of them. So what should I concentrate? Oh, wait, but I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organization we're in. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Fine.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
A
Okay,
moment
forget it.
passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Tell me
What
about
do you
the
want
case.
to know?
If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Let it
Was
go.
there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
That's all I need for
Good.
now.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even
But
have
you've
one?
been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up in Marble Hill?
Why did you say that?
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, do you know a place called Marble Hill?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place?
An expression.
A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
How could I trace the way back somehow?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Oh, interesting. Temporary research bonus +1 encyclopedia. Factual memory returns. Research time 6 hours and 5 minutes. Oh man, there is a lot in this game. Internalize? I guess there's no reason why I shouldn't internalize. Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mudcake boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a
A
tree.
colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Physical instrument challenging Wake Him Up. I get a +1 ruckus talking to Gart and a +1 crashed into wheelchair. Inspect the piece of plastic on his carabiner.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Pick up
The
the
man
pills.
does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Morale damage. Okay. I only have 2 morale. Interesting. I'm gonna try to wake him up. For no reason.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
I'm just gonna scream at him.
Why the yelling, man?
The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look.
Looks like a Sao descendant. A lot of Sao dock workers around.
I need you to answer some questions.
Really?
You woke me up for that? Fine. What is it, officer?
Yours?
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait, no. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about that, pal.
What about the dead body?
Yeah, what about it?
I'm just trying to find out what you know.
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Someone has to look into it.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
What trouble?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even Sleepyhair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Tell me about the Wild Pines.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's that going?
How's it going?
Lets out a big yawn, then stares at the cafeteria's terrace doors. Some fingerprints glisten on the glass.
Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
I'm not sure what you mean.
We're in the middle of a strike down at the harbour, trying to force some sense into the executive board of Wild Pines. For one, I could use some more shut-eye in the mornings. Right to work, right to sleep, I say.
Let's see. Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking?
They got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
Who's behind organizing the strike?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
You mean there's no leader?
Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
Alright, I'll let you sleep.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table.
A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Alright, I think I've done everything I can in here. The street reads, "Fuck the police." Oh no. A heap of snow melts in the wheelbarrow. Okay.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
Have some questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you?
Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
There's more to you than that.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
Yes, what are you doing here?
I'm working.
On what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
What?
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Have to
Of
run.
course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Nice. There's the hole. Rue de Saint Ghislaine 8B. There are bottles inside. You can pick them up if you had a bag. The song is so goddamn good. Yeah, the music is really impressive so far. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Oh, it's a bookstore. Let's talk to this person.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of a store is
It's
this
a
anyway?
bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Don't be ridiculous. I know all these things.
You're fooling nobody.
Don't you sass me.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
What's a book? Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day.
Why would they do that, sir?
Why indeed? I'm just an old tired cop.
You're not that old. Maybe you'll do something really important, something that wows the world.
Thanks, you're very kind.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. Alright. Oh, I can zoom out. Nice. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. What the?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
Dude, that's a cool car.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion.
Open
In
the
the
door.
cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
What's the reasoning for our cars having engines in the front? I'm trying to think of an engineering reason for that. I do know that it's the most common configuration, but I also know there's like rear mounted engines and there's also like mid mounted engines as well in some two-seaters, but they're pretty uncommon. Let's see. Pick up the radio.
frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Hi, Alice.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
I need you to connect me to a civilian. Actually, let me report my missing badge first.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I'm in dire... Wait, no. I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, over.
My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Engines go in front due to weight balancing. I voice acted this a bit with classmates for a voice acting class. Oh man, that's pretty cool.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Oh shit, I'm in trouble.
Who lost his badge?
Chester McLean.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me! Mac, come here! You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on?
Mac Torson?
Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Enough. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. 42%. This is a red check. It cannot be retried. Oh shit.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then...
Oh my god! No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Okay, I heard you. No funds.
Anything else, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Let's see. Pull out the
The
toolbox.
metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Let's see. I'll take the pry bar. Could be useful for opening doors, maybe.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Oh, I can take all of it.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering lever.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need you to connect me to a civilian, Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Let's see. Ooh, do I do the police line? Or should I do the... This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. Let's go for that.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
She doesn't seem like she's into me. Wait, why aren't you comfortable? Wait, okay, did you leave because of Gart?
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Oh, Lyra, welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm playing this game because I was watching you play it. Hope you're having a good Christmas evening. Christmas Eve evening, I guess I should say. Yeah, we're just getting started here, and it's been pretty fun so far. I guess yeah, it is Christmas in some parts of the world, so Merry Christmas. Let's see. Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me give you a shout out again. Everyone go follow Lyra. She's really has really entertaining streams. I've been watching her a lot lately. Let's see. But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
Let's see. What does this Union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
I've been watching you more lately. I'm just too shy to speak up. Oh! Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you don't have to chat if you're not comfortable. But I appreciate you stopping by. Oh yeah, it's actually the one that's built, that comes with VTube Studio. I was actually looking at a whole bunch of free Christmas assets, and there's quite a few. I actually wanted to install some Christmas lights, but didn't have time before stream, so... Okay, okay, this conversation's getting a little weird. What the Union says goes. Wait, Kim, is she speaking the truth? The Union is the law around here?
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
I see. Maybe there's something else you can tell me about.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Let's see. I'm going to let it slide. I don't need answers for every little thing.
Right. It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking you're a cop or something.
Oh my god. This guy is such a walking disaster. I guess we should ask if she's seen my gun. Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
Oh no, I must have been waving it around while I was drunk. I showed you my gun? When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
And what? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh no.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
Okay, I don't know what to say. Yes, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big butts cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Oh my...
It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Do I ask her out for coffee? That seems like a really bad idea right now, so I'm not going to do that. I think I got everything I need, thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Empathy.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry
No!
about. Some other guy.
I don't have enough
Like
emotional intelligence. Okay, but I'm a guy. Sure it isn't about me?
Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, nag, nag. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny. Oh no. So this game lets you play your character, who is a disaster cop, or you can kind of react as how you would in real life. Is it really that internal? Oh my god.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Oh no. Okay, it looks like I can start some kind of disaster quest. Let's see here. You know, I think it would be pretty interesting to turn on the Twitch integration for this. Okay. Do I beat Disaster Cop or do I refuse the quest? I kind of want to just do the quest because I want to see more of the game. So let's answer as politely as we can, which is the first one, I think.
No. What?
Oh no, it's getting worse. The first one is, I know, baby, I know. It's just that you've got that sweet woman child thing that makes men go crazy, especially a man like Gart. No, they're both bad. Okay, the first one's slightly less bad.
Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
No, it get worse. No. I never asked for this. Okay, we're committed, so we have to do it. I've got a hunch your love life is about to take a very pleasant turn. Give the lieutenant a knowing wink.
What? What is it?
Kim is like fucking confused. Oh, okay. You'll see, Lieutenant. You will see. Wink again.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
Nah. This guy is such a disaster.
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to God now.
Oh man. Okay. Ignore Alice and press the button labeled save.
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Oh no, Kim's hiding his music tastes. Speed Freaks FM, huh? Look him in the eye.
Oh, is that what it was called?
He's trying hard to act surprised. Alright, gotta go to bed. Merry Christmas, and you too, chat. Yeah, have a good Christmas, Kenna. Thanks for stopping by. It was great to chat with you. And hope you spend some time. I'm assuming you have, like, personal stuff going on, so hope you have a good time, whatever you're doing. And I hope you got a lot of presents. I don't know if people still do that, but I don't remember the last time I did. I remember doing like a white elephant a little while ago, but it's not really a thing for me. I usually just like go out with people and have a nice time, and we don't like really exchange gifts or anything. Maybe I'm just weird like that.
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Let's see. Right, you don't want to get into this, no problem.
Nothing to get into, really. But sure, let's focus on the important things.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
I'm done with the radio.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Okay, I guess we can.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Check out the rest of the car, and then we'll move on. We've spent quite a lot of time talking on the phone.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Can we turn it on and drive somewhere?
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
Oh. Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor carriages?
The Caprice motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
I may be wrong, but this one is a sports model, right?
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like Tip Top, Detective?
Tip Top? Okay, that's a reference to Top Gear, probably. What's Tip Top?
An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition.
In the cabin, you...
Alright, let's leave the car. Oh, I can level up. Okay. Clothes? Oh, I have gloves. Tools. Oh my god, these gloves are ridiculous. Wait, how do I equip stuff? Oh. I look like a burglar. Oh, there's another person here.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler killer.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on
The
here?
jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Oh my god, I don't want to beg for change. Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Her? How does Kim know? What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Maybe I should go on strike.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
I guess you've got a point there.
Yes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures?
Oh
the
my
more
God.
transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Electrochemistry is such a disaster. I mean, an enabler.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Got any smokes on you?
Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
Guess I'll ask around then.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Rebishaw's weird.
Care to spare some change for a working stiff? Alright, do we want to beg for change? Why not?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They who?
The bosses, man.
Makes sense. First work, then pay.
Makes sense. It sucks is what it does.
Know anything about the dead man? Wait. Oh, low empathy check. What are you hauling anyway?
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Could I get one of those tracksuits?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Oh man, that was worth a try. That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
That a found A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Know anything about the dead man?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
I'm good for now.
Don't be a stranger.
He gives us a salute with 2 fingers. Okay. Find smokes and smoke them. Okay. There's gotta be a debuff to the smokes too. I kind of want to level up something, but I don't know what. Let's see, what does Savoir Faire do again? Sneak under their noses. Stun with immense panache. Bonus from items -2. Oh, they all seem to be leveling up independently. Interesting. Half-life. Let the body take control and threaten people. Did you look into the details at all? Actually, you know, I said I would do it and then forgot, so I guess we could do it now since we're leveling up. So my main... or my signature skill is rhetoric, so I guess we could read that first. Cool for ideologues, conversationalists, would-be politicians. Rhetoric urges you to debate, make intellectual discourse, nitpick, and win. It enables you to break down arguments and hear what people are really saying. You'll spot fallacies as soon as they're used. What exactly did the waiter leave out of their testimony? What was the dancer trying to divert you from? Was that double entendre intended, or did you just get an accidental lead? At high levels, rhetoric will make you an impressive political beast, one whose beliefs are impenetrable, which is to say, one whose mind will not change, one who will calcify. With low rhetoric, though, you'll have a hard time of shooting down any argument. Nailing people to their testimonies will be nigh impossible. Seems like a good skill. Okay, I also have high motorics, so I guess we could read some of those. Hand-eye coordination. Cool for trick shooters, snipers, and jugglers. Hand-eye coordination loves the interactions between you and things that fly in the air. It enables you to catch coins from mob bosses, shoot straight, and understand firearms intimately. Want to know the precise make and mark of a pistol? HE coordination's got you. Want to shoot someone with it? Ditto. At high levels, hand-eye coordination makes you deadly, supposing you've got a weapon in your hand, but once you do, HE coordination will compel you to take the shot, even if it's not the best approach. Shoot first, ask questions later. At low levels, however, you'll be in even more of a disaster in waiting, because when the guns go off, and they always do, you'll probably hit the wrong target. Man, this game really punishes you for having shitty skills. Ooh, okay. Maybe that's why having low empathy has been such a disaster so far. Perception. Cool for fine detail detectives, sensualists, and urban scavengers. Perception wants you to be open to the world, with eyes, ears, and nose working at full capacity. It enables you to take in what others don't notice. The little wad of bills hid away in the sugar bowl, the odor of a perp hiding beneath the floorboards, the gulp of a suspect after claiming they've nothing to hide. At high levels, perception takes in every final detail of the physical world, enough to overwhelm all but the strongest mind. However, with low levels, you're going to miss out on everything. After all, you can't arrest what you can't see, hear, or smell. Makes sense? Reaction speed. Cool for shot dodgers, thinkers on their feet, and pinball heads. Reaction speed is the agility of your body and mind. It is the instinct. It enables you to dodge punches, knives, bullets. Also, sucker punches of the verbal kind. You'll be more streetwise, never lost for words or lacking a witty comeback. Your mental alacrity lets you connect little details on the fly, working in tandem with your intellect skills. At high levels, reaction speed makes your twitch reflex freakishly good. However, when your body acts before your mind, innocent situations can turn bad fast. You're high-strung, overly alert. At low levels, though, you won't be the one shooting first, which probably means you won't be shooting at all. Okay. I like how all of these skills kind of interact with each other. Let's see. Savoir-faire. Cool for acrobats, thieves, and unbearable show-offs. Savoir-faire urges you to be better than you are. It urges you to be disco. Slip by others in Cimmerian boxing style, then tumble out the back with unexpected acrobatics. It enables you to move with silent footsteps, to groove to a good beat, and to lift useful evidence off perps without them noticing. It also makes you a cooler cop, whose athletic flair will certainly impress the citizenry. At high levels, savoir-faire will make you the king of cool, which is as much to say the most stylish douchebag in Revachol. Nobody will see you until you're ready to be seen, and then they'll get the full treatment whether they want it or not. At low levels, however, you'll be a bumbling, feckless cop, unable to catch a pair of keys thrown by your partner without losing an eye. This is the skill that got you crashing into the wheelchair, yeah. Okay, interfacing. Cool for machinists, tinkerers, and instrument players. Interfacing wants you connect to machines, to use and improve them, because that makes you a better human organism. It enables you to understand interactions with machines, be that how to repair the motor of a Kanema motor carriage, how to analyze the way a suspect uses a pen, or how to refigure electrical circuits. It even lets you steal keys off a key ring without being noticed. At high levels, interfacing will isolate you from society. Why bother with people when you can talk to machines? And why bother with things like money when you can just pocket that display sandwich? At low levels, however, you will have a crucial part of the world cut off from you. People use machines to commit crimes all the time. If you can't understand how a crime was accomplished, how can you solve it? I spent a long time leveling up savoir-faire to pass a check at the beginning. Oh man. I didn't know you could grind skills in this game, but I guess it kind of makes sense if you can find things to interact with. Let's see. Composure. Cool for card players, military fetishists, and cool people. Composure wants you to not crack, or at least it wants you not to crack in front of other people. It enables you to put up a strong front. It keeps your emotions hidden from the world and helps you to read the body language of others, to sense the cracks in their own composure. As well, it keeps you looking good while you do it. You'll rock that disco outfit a lot more if you don't slouch. At high levels, composure makes you tuck your gut in and maintain a stern complexion. Even lying in bed late night when no one else can see you, you'll have to keep it up. You'll never be able to stop. With low composure though, you'll always be the first to crack. Every cop's got a point when all that fear and rage comes spilling out, and the ones who unleash it don't stay on the force much longer. Perhaps worse still, you won't even make the ranks of fashion police. I watched a streamer retry a perception white check no less than 5 times without saves coming. Oh man. Okay. This is my lowest skill, I think, which is suggestion. Cool for diplomats, charmers, and sociopaths. Oh my god. Suggestion urges a soft power approach. If people think they want what you want, you've already won. This skill enables you to implant ideas into the minds of others. You can make the citizens like you more. You can make gangsters turn on each other too. Many crime rings have been broken by just a little doubt, after all. At high levels, suggestion makes you affable to everyone and more resistant to their charms in turn. But all that schmoozing and oozing charm will make you slimy, and you'll know it even if no one else does. With low levels of suggestion though, you'll have difficulty getting any kind of rapport with others. You'll be alone, both during the day and at night. Oh no! That is my lowest skill. Oh, by the way, every time you level up a skill, it lets you retry all attempted white checks of that skill type. It won't give you retries for future unattempted white checks, though. Ah, okay. That's good to know. I guess I don't have to decide right now what I want to level up. I'm tempted to put a point in empathy just because it's really sucking right now to be a freaking walking disaster who needs to go to therapy. Well, we'll think about it. If it stays low, I might put a point in it. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here to interact with. A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the trek.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
I'm gonna step away to eat dinner, but I'll be listening. Okay, cool. Have a good dinner. Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
What indentations? What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, has someone shot the king?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Political. It's a king and he's shot.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
This is a white check. You may retry it. Okay.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Oh. I actually don't know what that word means. It's been a long time since I've encountered a word that I don't know. Let's look it up. Profligacy. Reckless extravagance or wastefulness in the use of resources. In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
Oh my god.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Oh man.
Not just any nose candy.
Oh no.
We're talking Royal Philippian.
Electrochemistry always coming in.
Potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
So he was addicted to nose candy. A bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
What is nose candy?
Cocaine.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument? Also, I'm passing these checks. I wonder if that's giving me experience.
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Wow.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant. So funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Alright, that's enough of that. Money! Great. I only have $2.10.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Yo, Akai! Merry Christmas Eve, or Merry Christmas, depending on your time zone. What are you up to? How are you? Yeah, we're playing Disco Elysium. It's really good so far. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
If you say so. Yeah, I was watching you stream the other day. How did your giveaway stream go? Foreign car, kept in good condition. Okay, before we get too far, I think I'm gonna go actually do what I was supposed to be doing before lunch. Which is check out the dead body. And let me unequip these things because I feel kind of silly walking around with them.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Oh, visual calculus, 42%. Why am I
Cop
looking at this?
habit. You look at everything. This isn't case-related, you think.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Oh, do I have the hangover medicine? Or was that, let's see. I think that might have been the morale heal item. It doesn't actually heal my hangover. Okay. Let's read visual calculus. Cool for forensic scientists, tactical fighters, and math-minded people. Visual calculus versus you not only in the laws of the state, but the laws of nature. It enables you to create virtual crime scene models in your mind's eye. You'll see how a bullet shattered the glass, and from that trace its trajectory with mathematical precision. You'll also count so many footprints, and at a glance discern shoe size and design, as well as height, weight, and gender of the one who wore them. At high levels, visual calculus makes the world reveals its secrets to you, but you may be so absorbed by your mind diorama, you don't notice as crooks steal your pants. However, at low levels, your mind's eye will be blind. Reconstructing crime scenes will be difficult without outside help. Okay. I guess we could roll. And we can retry later.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Put skills into visual calculus to open this white check. Good.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
I don't recognize any of this. Leave that alone for now.
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh no.
Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Hey kid, a word police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouthhole!
Shits himself?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
I don't have time for this. Check out this dumpster. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. This is the logo of the municipality of Revachol. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. This kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Huh. What is this? Magnesium. Oh, nice. And 20 cents! Oh boy!
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Huh. I have to go around? The heck? Reet.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget about all that. What is this fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
I bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Thanks, Kim.
I don't know. Frit? I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really? Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Well, that was a totally useless interaction.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Yes, but what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
I see, and how do I pick up tear for the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... Feel free to
No, I want to
use it
collect
if you find a bag.
cans. Alright, let's get out of here. Nice. Finding things all over the place. What is this? Okay. How did I get to that area on the side? Looks like it's in the roof of this bombed out building. I don't think I can walk there. Okay.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material
Perception.
Eternite.
Let's level up our perception. Why not? Even though it's really high already. Okay.
An inconspicuous pile.
72%. Let's go.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
No! I failed. Oh, that sucked. Okay. Hopefully, I will level up soon.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Lieutenant, workers' boot tracks.
Noted.
All right, 42%.
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good at this, ain't I?
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however.
Oh my god, the
right
details.
sole is sealed, more worn.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Light step, number 41 shoe.
A woman? Or a kid?
Could be a kid.
Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I don't.
Understood. Anything else?
Disco Elysium, my favorite book. Dude, it's really interesting so far. A heavy one, 200 kg imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
3, an aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul.
Any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
So one of the people we are looking for is a drummer?
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
I'm not sure. We don't want to attract too much attention.
You're right. Let's keep a low profile.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
We've been through all of it. Well, let's take a look at the man.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad? I can do a legendary check. 3% isn't 0. I could potentially... I mean, I may as well, right? Because there's no reason I would come back here, so... Let go of your nose without throwing up.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Ooh, try to walk away. Welp.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shit.
Perception, I really didn't need that.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
You think ammonia would help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
But not you?
I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Wow, endurance. What a dick. Okay, where do we get ammonia from?
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Turn away. Okay. Items. Lieutenant's handkerchief. Wow. Alright. Let's go ask the gardener for salts.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
The street sign says fuck the police.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay.
Do you think, like, do you still have your salts? I think I could use some.
Sure. I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Okay. I have to run. How do I use it? Okay. Maybe we just have to have it in my inventory.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
Oh man, I can do it again with an 8% chance. What is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Alright, try it again.
You crack open the ammonia ampoule and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to
Oh my god, I actually got it?
With your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched.
Maybe it's a
by
guarantee
lividity.
check.
A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The
Because-
cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial.
Yeah, I passed a legendary 8% chance check. That has to be a guaranteed check. It is most certainly not guaranteed. Oh, wow. Well, I first did it with 3%, and then I passed 8%, so I guess I just got really lucky. All right. Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
It took me forever to get through that. Some people have to retry it a lot or even give up. Oh my god. Legendary check passed. That is actually amazing. I have to save after this. Ooh, I think I used up my luck for the rest of the game, guys. Okay.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Oh shit. What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
Understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Oh god.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500 real?
Not too much, yes.
Sounds puny. No wonder I can't pay my hostel bill.
It's a sorry situation, I agree.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Run your finger over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Oh, thanks, Perception. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Pull the boot off.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal! What's wrong with you, asshole? Why is he letting go, Kuno?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by pulling on the deceased foot?
Back off and look at the corpse.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Wow. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently, this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone a total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Oh, Koro, welcome to the stream. I actually have follower mode on, so let me turn that off really quick so you can talk. Hope you're having a good Christmas Eve. Thanks for stopping by. Merry Kuri! Yeah, Merry Christmas. Oh man, it actually is really late. I was only planning to stream for a short time, but I got really sucked into this game. Yeah, I hope you're having a good Christmas so far. Glad I could catch you. Short streams be like, yeah, 4 hours later. I'm doing really well. I actually recently fixed my PC because it stopped working on Monday, and this is my first stream back, so I'm really excited to be here. And I actually have all of next week off, so I'm planning to stream a few more times before I start the new year. So, yeah. And we were doing a little bit of chatting earlier and talking about New Year's resolutions and stuff. So if you have one, I'm interested to know. Let's see. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Where do you want me dropping my big 5 results? Well, if you want to share them privately, you can DM me on Discord, which is where I check the most. But if you want to share them publicly, wouldn't mind seeing it on Twitter, I guess. Or actually, I could post mine when I do it. Maybe we'll do a stream where we do that test on stream, and then people can share their results with each other. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, if you don't want to share it publicly, you can just DM me on Discord. Oh, and I also forgot to thank you for the slide creation resources. I haven't actually had time to look at it yet because I've been busy fixing my computer, but I just reminded myself to look at it, so. Okay. Don't have any resolutions yet. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it took me a while to think of mine. I didn't actually come up with any until maybe a couple of days ago, but I've been kind of, stewing it over the course of the past couple of months. Because a lot of things have happened recently in life where I'm like trying to balance work and streaming and stuff, so I've been thinking about it kind of subconsciously, I guess. How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Inspect the tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a microelectronic system?
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite. No, you're nowhere near right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. We're playing Disco Elysium right now, which is a game that's been on my wish list for a long time. I don't know why I waited so long to play this game, but I was watching Lyra play it the other day, and it kind of inspired me to pick it up finally.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a... Oh, we're talking about Kim, okay.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Let the lieutenant work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting, then...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Wow.
In case we need it.
The lieutenant says and shakes paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
He slides the camera close and tucks it away on his belt.
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
Oh no, that sounds so ominous. What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Huh, I seem to be making progress on this thing that I've internalized, so I'm assuming that's going to give me something later.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. These eyes used to be blue, baby blue.
Oh my god, perception is putting in work, man.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Ooh. His eyes, they used to be blue.
Good. The victim is of Occidental descent. Light brown hair, blue eyes.
When he says Occidental, he means white. Originally from the Occidental subcontinent on Muindi.
Alright.
The corpse.
No, I
is dead
failed.
silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
Damn.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark.
Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
His face and hands are pink. Thighs too. The rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
What?
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
Ooh.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
We got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
He points to his fatted chin.
The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Maybe he was strangled by someone?
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Step back and have another look
The
first.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I really want to try this check again.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer or an old filament memory. But not quite.
Who are you?
Gone. Gone.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Someone who knows about history. Okay. Let's try and level up and then get a Inland Empire point. Let's read it and see what it does. Cool for dreamers, paranatural investigators, and mental creators. Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into that which sight can't see. What's really going? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigations if you're not thrown in the loony bin first. With low Inland Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character. And then how will you shape the cosmos? Huh, okay. Alright. Let's talk to the kid.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Hey, kid.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
Why is that interesting?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Listen, child, the smell is so bad that I threw up, and I was wondering.
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me. I'll die before I squeal, pig.
You there behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Kuno killed me multiple times? Oh my god.
Can't you see I'm throwing rocks?
Are you kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Oh my god. Look, I have some questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
He's literally going, come at me, bro. Oh, man.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
Mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What do you mean threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Wow.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
What do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He could have just said he doesn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking okay. Gotta have a gimp for rock practice.
Don't ask the pigs for permission, Kuno! Don't ask the pigs for shit!
Do you know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
He looks around, trying to come up with something.
Mesco or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science.
Cyberpunk? Okay, about the dead body.
Kuno didn't smoke him if that's what you mean.
Have you seen anyone suspicious?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
There are contusions all over his body. I don't really care about that. I mean, guess I should ask.
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno! They want to make you stupid again!
A contusion is a bruise.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Crime scene.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Let's see. Stack of Eternite.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks.
Ladder ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you would say the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
What's in the greenhouse?
Kipta's gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Hold on, the gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
You mean the young woman by the whirling in rags?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno passes the legendary check easy. Got it.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, pig-o-naught.
Let me make sure I didn't miss any other
Fuck
questions.
about it. You're testing. Get lost. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a. Kuno doesn't.
All right, that's it. Okay. I think I can do this perception check again. Let's try it.
An inconspicuous pile of the roof.
Oh no,
material
never mind.
Tonight.
Shoot. Yeah, level up perception again. Maybe I should have tried it before and then put in my point into perception. Oh well. Try next time. I don't think I've opened this dumpster yet.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
Oh, maybe I can equip the... some tools.
This trash container, just a trash container. There is no such thing. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
How do we get the lock
You
open?
could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or...
Or Lieutenant?
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Oh man, 8%? I mean, I have to try and then I'll ask for the key. Force time. Jam the tool under the lid and pull.
Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't bending.
Hang the pry bar with all your... Hang from the pry bar with all your weight.
There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
Let's ask the manager for the key.
Damn. Well, it's worth a shot. Okay. I think we'll check this one thing and then maybe call it a day here. Because it is getting late for me. Well, let's talk to the gardener again.
Hello again, officer.
Nothing
How
new? Sing karaoke. You need to find a sufficiently tragic tape, then play it on the boombox. Oh no. Oh, there's something I can do in the car as well. Let me do that really quick.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back to me.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isoleri law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
I think that's all I can do here.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
Kim can answer any lingering questions you may have about the case and the RCM. Join him on the Whirling in Rags balcony after 2200 when you're calling it a day. You need to pay for damages, or you won't have to place to stay tonight. Ask around for money and be careful with your spending. If you're unsure how much you owe, ask Gart. I need to make some money. Oh no. Something's going on here. You need to help a brother out with his love woes. Go to Gart and give him some solid advice. Tell him how it is with women. That's gonna be a disaster. Where am I gonna find money? Run the number on the victim's armor. Call Alice back in a day for info on the armor. Oh no. Ask Kim to tell you about the case. Victim's tattoos. Trash container. Okay.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no Sweetie. Look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
What? Sweetie needs money? Do sweeties get money? You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
A grenade? Did you fight in a war?
No, dear. I'm not quite that old, although I was injured in the line of duty.
Were you a mountaineer?
Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak.
What did you do then?
I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. I'm sorry, it was rude of me.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
We're in Revachol.
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is. Yes?
It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Oh, wow.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
I haven't gotten this far.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Oh no. What is the revolution you
A
mentioned?
defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
So how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already
roll with me, no!
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why? There are 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
She turns back to you with a hopeful glint in her eyes. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm perfectly all right. I'm more worried about you. What was that?
It was like my body had a will of its own.
Don't beat yourself up over it too much, dear. People do strange things when the old fight or flight kicks in. I'm just glad you weren't injured.
When this game was in development, they were considering having you swap out partners with different drawbacks, Lena being one of them, with wheelchair accessibility being her limit. Oh, that's really interesting. Kind of like, I don't know, maybe the NPCs you get from like Diablo or something. Sweetie needs money. Oh my god, this is such a rude question, but I'm gonna ask anyways.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
Oh, that's a low check. What's a paycheck? I haven't seen any paycheck.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
28% is pretty low. I guess I could try it. This is a red check. Okay. I don't want to try it then.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask. Of course, dear.
Well then, what did I get? Kind green ape pen. The ape has closed its eyes, a kind expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. Okay, well, I'm in kind of a pickle here, but let's get the key from the manager.
Can I help you?
Let's see. Oh man, okay. I can't believe I'm doing this, but let's advance the love quest while we're here.
God.
He does not look too pleased.
Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him.
No. Okay. But I don't want to lay that on him. Don't I have anything else, like a back button, for example?
Life doesn't have a back button. Now get off your ass and speak the truth about Sylvie the whore.
Oh no, I did not want to say this.
Wonderful.
It is. It's wonderful.
What? What does that mean? Cock carousel?
No time for lectures. The point is, you're losing at her nasty mind games. Sylvie's a total psycho.
God, does it mean you talked to her? What else did she say about me?
What else do you need?
Oh god, please no more cock carousel. You don't want to know.
The man leans his hands on the counter and sighs. His head drops between the shoulders, heavy and defeated.
She broke the bird, you know. The great skewer. I found it on the ground with the broken wing. On the morning she left. I should have known. It was her way of telling me to piss off. I should stuff it up my arse.
Or you broke the bird. It can also be that. I think Sylvie even. Yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope, and she broke it.
Oh man. Broken birds, feathers, not knowingly. This is... No more cock carousel. Okay, I'm gonna take responsibility. Maybe I broke it.
No, it was her. She's off to ride that carousel you told me about. Cock carousel. I understand now. They ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here, have the rest.
Gained 10 experience. Gained Commodore Red. He takes a bottle of wine off the shelf and pours himself a glass. No!
Now, let me have a drink and think about this shit for a moment. On my own.
Could
And
I
there
have...
we have
what?
it. Isn't that beautiful? Another situation fixed by Dr. Love.
No! Could it have been different if I leveled up my empathy? Holy shit, that was terrible. Wow, okay. That was actually truly terrible.
The worker is in a deep...
Wait, I had a thought. Oh, it went away. Oh, there it is.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Not now.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon?
I'm not gonna
Maybe
lick a
lemon.
counter.
Maybe who cares? Just rum. The worker is in a deep slumber.
Steal the dock worker's ID. I'm probably gonna need that. Ooh, man, it's a red check and it's below 90%. I don't feel super great about that.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
What is this
Prod
feeling?
at him and find out.
Sure. I mean, this line of conversation with this guy is a disaster, so I don't think it can get any worse. Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
I'm no Krasmazov.
No one was implying you were, officer. Where were we?
We need those
What do you
keys.
need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
I've seen something here at the Whirling Gart. A thing I need to talk about.
Thing.
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find
We
them?
don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
I saw another thing.
Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes?
I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
What?
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
I like Inland Empire. Okay. Let's go open the dumpster. I thought I was gonna end a while ago, but yeah, dumpster is the absolute last thing, and then I have to save because I don't have a place to sleep tonight apparently.
This trash container is with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What? What's this?
Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Oh, whew. Didn't used to be a hobo at least.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Oh shit.
Are these the victim's clothes? The smell is not nearly as bad as the cadaver. These clothes could not have been in contact with the deceased for more than 2 days after his death.
Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
By early stages, you mean these were taken from him no more than 2 days after his death?
Yes. I think the clothes were taken off to get to that armor he wore, then discarded. They must have stripped him of it fast too, the scavengers, in a matter of days. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty, or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
We need to ask the kids who put them here.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. Not much to see here anymore. Just a burnt apron and some kitchen towels. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid.
Oh
on it.
no!
You've even got
He
an
threw
autopsy
away
form
my
in there.
paperwork.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away.
Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
The Yellow Man? An antique?
Only in its social sensibility. The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Alright. Can I sell the mug? No.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Oh no. Okay. This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work? It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Oh man. Anything
There's
else?
a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Inspect the toilet
It's just
paper.
toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily.
I got experience
All you
for
have
that.
to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake it.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? And something small inside, light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4 sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
-1 from Lonesome Long Way Home. Let's see here. Okay, so I undid that. Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Hey, Lieutenant, what's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
What kind of info?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Oh, man.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all?
Fucking reaction speed. There was mention of a naming convention?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
And they're written in capital letters, too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
That's it?
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
Oh, Merry Christmas! It is midnight. I burned out all right.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is
It's
that?
a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Commit to paper using the pen Lena gave you.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good.
I healed morale.
Feels like completion. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The theories are at home in the mirror? No, the hanged man, I guess.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
New skill point. Nice. Okay, I'm done
You don't
inspecting
exactly
these.
close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly
Okay,
papers.
I have an
They're a
interfacing
little
check,
further from your nose now.
and I have a logic check. Browse the yellow
In
papers.
the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
Okay. I can level up. Oh, there are controls here. Inventory I.
Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
Oh no, can I write tickets to people and steal money from them?
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Oh, God.
You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Which toilet would that be?
Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs bathroom was so rank they should have sent a poet to describe it?
Yes.
Why, yes it is. Among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. Perhaps that's where the ledger was dropped in the toilet. By you.
Okay. I might do these checks later. Okay, it is midnight, so as much as I would like to continue, I think I'm going to stop here for tonight. So let's save. And look for someone to raid.